So, wake up, Jacob. IP. I'm gonna ask the question. I heard a lot of stories, seen a lot of things, but it all comes down to, hey, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my job. I'm trying to be a good husband. I'm trying to lead, but my wife won't follow or submit. My wife won't submit. What do I do? Well, okay, assuming you're trying to do your role as a husband, assuming that you're being a husband, you're leading, you're providing, uh, you're doing what you know best to do as a husband, but your wife won't submit or follow you. So, shalom, shalom, Alex. Shalom, shalom, Grant Hill. Shalom, shalom. So to answer the question, my wife won't submit. She won't follow me. I'm trying to follow the Most High, and she won't follow me. What do I do? Well, there's a couple things. One, you need to decide if you want to have peace in your home, and you need to decide if you how long you want to put up with it. You need to decide that. So here's the thing. What happens is that we get our emotions invested in a relationship. Hey, I've been with this person a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. We've been together 20 years. And so that complicates things. Only because it's emotions, it complicates things. Imagine when you give advice to someone, a lot of times, since you're not involved in a relationship, you seem to have clarity as to what they should do. But then when you're in the relationship, it gets a little fuzzy. Why? Because one, either you're emotionally invested because you put a whole lot of time in, or you may have kids, and you don't want to walk away from that and things of that nature. So anyway, that is being used against you, or it can be used against you, or you can just simply use it against yourself. But the question is, how long are you going to put up with it? That's really what it comes down to. Now, if it comes down to where you just want to give her time, stuff like that, then you need to put a time frame on it. You need to put an end date on it. Hey, listen, you need to come along, and you have until this time, that time. But number one thing is submission is not forced. It's never forced, because if it's forced, then it's not submission. Okay, it's subjection and it's oppression. But you don't want to just you cannot force a woman to submit. It's her job, and it's in her power alone. She has to willfully submit, right? Just like you should willfully submit to the Father. I'm talking to the men. If you want to willfully, if you need to willfully submit to the Father, and the wife should willfully submit to her husband. We know the scriptures, we know the order, we know the protocol. The father, Mashiach, the husband, the wife, the children. So we know that. We also know coming into this walk that you could lose your wife. You can lose your wife, you can lose your house, you can lose your children, just to keep going on this walk, just to go on this journey. And one thing I can say, I can admonish all of you guys to do not let a woman or anyone take you off your course. Don't let anyone stop you from doing what the Most High wants you to do. No one, no wife or wives, children, no one. Because what the scriptures say, if anyone loves mother, father, wife, children, whatever, more than me, is not worthy of me. So you cannot do it, okay? And you cannot put your hand to the plow and look back, okay? You cannot do it. You can't do it for anyone, okay? So the wife won't submit. The other thing you can do is, after one or two admonitions, after that, that is it. It cannot be forced. Now, she still refuses to submit or follow, then you do as it says in Sirach, to cut her off from your flesh. Give her a bill of divorce, cut her off from your flesh, put her away from you. In the Old Testament, we see that the Most High, or the prophets, would tell the men to put away these strange wives and the children. Get rid of these wives and these children, all of them, if they're not going to serve me. Anybody or anything that's taking you away from serving the Father, from serving the Most High, you got to get rid of. Now, again, I understand that that is easier said than done. Okay? Easier said than done. I have lost family like that. Okay? I've lost that before. Lost wife, lost child. I understand what it feels like. So it's just not someone who hasn't gone through it. But at the end of the day, you have to follow the Most High. I understand. We also know that there's a promise in the scripture that says, no one has lost father, mother, house, lands, children, or whatever, and will not get. Okay, someone is into parking way too close to my vehicle right now, so I'm going to have to check that out. So, guys, understand that you can't let anybody get in the way of what you need to do as a husband, as a patriarch. So, I'll see you guys on the next one. IP.